Cover uses existing code to write new code. It analyzes the bytecode of your Java project to find all the testable pathways. Then it uses reinforcement learning AI to select the best inputs to exercise each one of these pathways. It sets up mocks and writes the appropriate assertions. The resulting unit tests describe the behavior of your code and will detect any regressions and other undesirable behavioral changes when future code changes are made. There are different ways to use Diffblue Cover. You can install it as a plugin for the IntelliJ IDE, use the standalone executable via a command line interface, or add it to a script and make it part of your CI pipeline. The IntelliJ plugin is easy to install and use. With a single click, you can automatically write unit tests for your methods and classes. It's ideal for new code when you want tests to be added straight away. Cover writes the same kind of tests in the IDE and the CLI. We'll look at some of the output in a moment. Our advanced users prefer the CLI version. It's more powerful, scriptable, and can generate tests for entire projects with a single command while you work on something else. And it gives you a way to automatically update your unit test library after you've made some code changes. I'm going to use an open source project called Spring Pet Clinic to show the Cover CLI in action. We've got the project already compiled and we're running the dcover create command. Cover is detecting the class path, and it's looking within, in this case the Maven configuration, to identify all the dependencies for the project. It then indexes the entire project so it understands where all the methods are. Then it's going to find all the pathways through the code. Cover is going to find suitable inputs, mock objects as required, and write all the possible assertions. Finally, we run all of these tests to make sure that they are fully functional and that they all pass. So let's take a look at what Cover has produced. This test for the Pet Clinic Owner Controller class has been automatically created. Owner Controller is an MVC controller class as defined by the Spring framework. Cover uses mock MVC libraries provided by the Spring framework to mock away the entire web engine. This test mocks a dependent repository called Owner Repository. The tests we've generated look at all the possible routes through the controller. For example, creating pet owners, finding new owners, etc. Here we're verifying the behavior of the owner controller when a paginated list of owners is requested. In lines 211 to 221, we create the objects needed for the test. Lines 222 to 225 define the behavior of our mocks and the MVC request. At line 228, we exercise the pathway we're testing. And the final 4 lines of this test are the assertions we've automatically determined are required to test the API. So we can see that Cover has automatically written a comprehensive human-readable unit test in just a few seconds, even taking into account the complexities of the Spring framework. The power of Cover's CLI is what allows it to be added to a CI pipeline. Each time a pull request is open, Cover can automatically create, execute, and update the unit test library at appropriate points in the process. CI integration is the most scalable, reliable, and repeatable option. You won't have to worry about teammates forgetting to write tests or running them manually. Unit testing will just become an effortless part of your workflow. We've seen how you can use Diffblue Cover. Let's summarize the 5 ways it can help Java developers. It automatically writes unit tests for your Java code. It updates these unit tests after code changes. It detects regressions and the impact of these regressions across the whole code base. It helps validate new functionality, and it provides feedback on testability and coding practices. So that's it for this demo. If you want to learn more, check out our website at www.diffblue.com.